right now, about 70% of the world's commerce, as we speak, is sitting on the ocean. 70% of all the commerce in the world is sitting in the hulls of ships, tops of ships on the world's oceans. And it's something that most Americans don't think about. They don't think about it. And more than ever, we are a maritime nation. More than ever, because we are a maritime nation. And Atlantic power as well as Pacific power. It's critical. It's critical that we keep the peace with the project to widen and deepen the Panama Canal. I spent time with President Martinelli in Panama. I'm supposed to go down there. It may be postponed a little bit because of another issue in the Senate right now. But they've widened that canal, and there's going to be a whole new type of ship that's going to come rolling through, 50% bigger, 50% more cargo. The world's changing. The world is changing. We're now able to carry so much more on cargo ships. Unless we expand the ports of the East Coast, great ports like Baltimore, the ninth largest port in the nation and the largest port in the export of cars and light trucks and farm machinery, we're going to fall behind. We're going to fall behind badly. Baltimore has never fallen behind, and America's never fallen behind. But it's not just Baltimore. It's the entire East Coast that needs to modernize in order to keep current. As a matter of fact, the entire infrastructure of the United States has to be modernized. That's why we can see the Tiger grants. We got an awful lot of heat for the Recovery Act, which I might add, all the studies show is less than 1.5% of waste or fraud involved with the implementation of that act. And it was all about how do you make America competitive in the 21st century. Tiger grants were conceived by our administration to build a 21st century infrastructure, 21st century economy. You know, I've said before, if I blindfolded you and landed you in some airports around the world, you'd say, we must be in America. And you find yourself in the middle of Beijing, or you find yourself in other parts of the world with more modern infrastructure than we have. How can we maintain our place in the world without having the best, most modern infrastructure in the world? We invested only $3 billion in this program at the start of this administration, and thus far it's leveraged over $15.7 billion in outside investment, public and private investment. And as usual, Governor O'Malley has led the way with an incredibly innovative public-private partnership to lead Ports of America. Ports of America, private entity, created to build a 50-foot deep berth, erected those cranes over my shoulder that can lift as much as 187,500 pounds of cargo with every lift. The longshoreman here can tell you, and by the way, thank you. I wouldn't be standing here without the longshoremen, including the longshoreman union in the state of Delaware. You guys have been with me my whole career, and I appreciate it. They get it. They understand it. Ports America came through, knowing we were going to come through. And that's why the Secretary and I are here today, because we're coming through with a $10 million Tiger grant for the Port of Baltimore. This grant is going to help take this historic port to a new level of service for our nation, expanding the Fairfield terminal, adding rail service, creating wider channels that will accommodate 160-foot wide ships. When you longshoremen have been around doing this for a while, did you ever think you'd see a 160-foot wide ship coming up this channel, let alone anywhere else? Well, that's what's going to be able to come through the Panama Canal starting in 2015. And all of this is creating jobs here in Maryland throughout the nation. The expansion, just this expansion, is expected to lead to an additional 5,700 new jobs, 300 of those on the infrastructure improvements, another 2,700 on the additional business that those investments are going to bring to this area. With the help of this effort, there's 108,000 jobs in this state that can rely on the continued growth of this port. And folks, these just aren't any jobs. Think about every one of us up here. We're not about creating jobs. We're about creating jobs you can raise a family on. Middle-class jobs. Jobs that you can have the knowledge that you can be able to buy your home, not just rent it, be able to live in a safe neighborhood, be able to send your kid to a decent school, be able to know when if they do well at that school, you can send them to college. That's what built this country. That's why labor built this country. That's why organized labor. That's why we have had the kind of growth we've had. But it's been stolen. And everything we're doing is designed to build the middle class. So there's a ladder up. And by the way, when the middle class does well, the wealthy do very well. They do very well. And the poor have a shot. That's why we're investing in cutting-edge infrastructure like this facility to help fuel the manufacturing growth that's going on. When we started this job, I remember talking to Elijah, and he and I were talking about bringing manufacturing back to the United States. And you listen to all the experts say, yeah, we can't compete anymore. We can't compete with manufacturing. Manufacturing's coming back to the United States. We're not outsourcing, we are insourcing manufacturing. It's coming back. We've created over 500,000 new manufacturing jobs. There's a couple of reasons for that. One of the reasons is we have the most productive workers in America. American workers are 3 times productive as their Chinese counterpart. A second reason is we have a system in this country where your intellectual property is protected, where you can go to court and have your claims adjudicated, where you know you're going to get a fair shake. That's why they're coming back. That's why companies are coming back. But they're only going to come back if they are able to have the best infrastructure in the world. Because when you have the best infrastructure in the world, you allow them to be competitive. They can compete. They can produce their products and export their products more cheaply if they have the infrastructure to accommodate them. Manufacturers locate where they can operate, where there's infrastructure, where they can ship their products around the world. Manufacturing output last quarter in the United States is its highest level in 5 years. That's 7,300,000 jobs we've added. 500,000 have been new manufacturing jobs. And I say manufacturing because these are good paying wages. These are jobs, again, you can raise a family on. And modernizing our infrastructure, our ports, our canals, our rails, our roads, does nothing but encourage manufacturers to come back to the United States because it enables them to efficiently compete with everyone around the world. Look, folks, if we make it here in America, and we're going to continue making more and more in America, we got to be able to ship it around the world. Our exports are at the highest level ever, $2.2 trillion in 2012. And now with the modernization of the Port of Baltimore and other East Coast ports, that number is going to do nothing but grow. Global commerce has radically changed the days since the Baltimore Clipper to the era of the megaship. And we have to be fully prepared for that era. Americans are not afraid to compete, for God's sake. Every time I go around, I travel a lot around the world, over 800,000 miles so far, just as being vice president. And everywhere I go, I make it real clear. We want to see you grow. We want to see China grow. We want to see Indonesia grow. We want to see Brazil grow. Why? If you're growing and your economy is growing, we have a better market to sell to, a bigger market. And we can compete. It's stamped into our DNA. But in order to be able to do that, we have to be able to get our products efficiently around the world. As I said, our workers are 3 times more competitive than workers around the world. Our system and our institutions are more conducive to keeping major manufacturers on shore. But our job is to help them get their products around the world. And they're overwhelmingly in the interest of the United States to expand, to see other nations expand, so we have better markets. You know that old bad joke? They asked Willie Sutton once, why did he rob banks? He said, because that's where the money is. Why do we want China and these other countries? Well, because that's where the customers are. And given a level playing